Jägermeister. It's like, don't let Eduardo near the Jägermeister. He can't be trusted. He will drink way too much and things will get ugly. So I was always in that position, though, it seemed. I'll just have a couple drinks and everything will be fine. And no, I couldn't be trusted. I couldn't trust myself. When I got sober and didn't have that crutch to lean upon any longer in my life, I had to find something else. Now, I don't know if I have an answer to that right this second, but what I'm getting at is there was a true feeling of, well, anxiety for sure in doing anything sober. Like when I got out of inpatient treatment, at least one good thing, well, many good things. One, I don't know, saving grace, I dislike that term, was they informed me you should probably go looking for an aftercare program, and this is where you can start to look. So I did that. I followed their advice because I was scared. I couldn't trust myself. I'm going to ruin this sobriety I have and just start drinking, even if I don't want to. Something like that. I didn't feel like I could trust myself. What did this person say? Provided maybe if we begin to listen deeply, regardless of the packaging, somebody says something that strikes us in a way that gets right to the heart, your heart, my heart. It just, for whatever reason, really strikes a chord with you. And you can get beyond the person's packaging or how they're costumed or the situation they're in while they're telling you something, or you look at their past and you think, what a hypocrite, or something like that. But they said something that strikes a chord. Let's start here again. Character defects are identified, and I begin to see how they work against me, like judgment and criticism, and then missing the message because you're all wrapped up in your own opinion of things, not listening deeply. When I put my faith in the spiritual power of the program, came to believe a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. That's step 2. When I trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life. That's like when I've been through treatment 2 times, inpatient treatment 2 times. I've been to other, anyways. When I trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life. You know, I would forget sometimes when I was in a recovery program, maybe why I was there, and that, well, here, why I was there, period. And now I was there because I figured out, or somebody else figured out for me, that this person needs this type of education because they're concerned with my safety, say. I was concerned about my safety. I mean, that would be the bottom level thing of why I even kept participating in treatment. I was going to kill myself if I kept drinking. I couldn't be trusted with the Jägermeister. Eduardo's an alcoholic. So trusting the educators, the people, the facilitators of the program, the counselors, the doctors, trusting that, say here, trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life. The doctors were telling me all kinds of things I didn't want to hear, and I would tell them right back, it's not the alcohol. I've been drinking forever, and it's never been a problem in this way. Would be a simple way of putting that. You know, but they were right. They did the tests. They had an education. They understood chemically, biologically what was going on in this human body. And you know, I could not do this. I would not do this. when I put my faith in the spiritual power of the program, when I trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life. So, like I was saying, if I can get beyond the packaging, in my opinion, of people, and listen to what they're saying to me, and trust for whatever reason, perhaps they're a medical doctor, perhaps they're a good friend that's been sober and you admire them and you think they have some qualities that would do well in your life. Maybe that's going on. They could teach you what to do to have a better life. And then I find that I can trust myself to do what is necessary. You know, trust is something you can just absolutely destroy in a millisecond. And it might be lost forever. I don't know what kind of relationships you've been in with anything, with your pet or with your spouse or with a friend, with your employer, with your banker, with your attorney or whatever. Any kind of relationship can be absolutely destroyed. It's very, I like human beings, man. We're really complex and puzzling. Anyways, this thing, what listening deeply, you know, that's why we have one mouth and two ears. People say that. I just said that. Maybe you don't need to be talking as much as you're talking, and you should be listening more without interjecting and interrupting and just spouting out your opinion of matters. Trusting yourself. Once I got sober in the treatment facility, they finally said you're qualified maybe to leave here, go to aftercare, and I did that. They trusted me. Maybe I was trustworthy. I gave it a shot. This is why I'm saying this thing is that trust, you can just absolutely ruin it in an instant like that, and you may never gain that trust again. So this trust that you had and you wreck it in some way, you need to keep doing the actions to gain the trust back, to continually show people, this is who I am. These are the actions I do. This is how I operate. Maybe you can expect more of this in the future. And then these people need to gamble. Are they going to be... I knew this guy, let's call him Bill or Bob or Ted or Alice or whoever, this person I knew. And I'd have to ask myself, I wonder if it's going to be Bob number 1 today, Bob number 2, Bob number 3. He had like 3 distinct personalities driven by mood. It's like, who am I talking to? You know, personality 1, personality 2, or personality 3 today. Now, if I can remember why I brought that up. Trusting people. Oh, people. In this case of this personality, Bob or Ted or Alice or whoever I'm talking about, it's like, wow, this guy's kind of flighty. He changes a lot, but he doesn't go really out of this range. So I can expect one of 3 things. And then I can figure out whom I'm talking with at that time. So even with, let's call him Bill, like I said, firstly, I knew who I'm talking with. And over time, I learned to trust him, that he wouldn't deviate or get away from, 1, 2, or 3 personality. So anytime we're having interactions with people, they trust that we're going to stay within our range, in our lane, whatever. After time, they start to understand who we are. I think I'm going to run out of time and have to cut this short. 26 minutes, no wonder. I was trying to keep these to 30 minutes, so I'm going to stop there because we'll have 2 more days this week as an introduction into the 8th step. The first 7 days of each of these readings each month, I think, is like a orientation with the step. I'll put it that way, a way to get familiar with the step. And then week 2 starts to teach us how to do it. So I'll stop here. Thank you for coming by here. And always be looking for that equivalency to benefit in every adversity. So I find that very helpful. So you just have yourself a wonderful day, or not. That's your choice. I'll get back with you when I can. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.